Hello everybody, my name is Murray Howe and with me today is Pearlyn Phau, who's the MD and Deputy Group Head of Consumer Banking and Wealth Management for DBS here in Singapore. Pearlyn, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Pearlyn, to begin, I'd like you to share with us and our viewers a little of your story at DBS and what you're focusing on now.
You know, we are very pleased to have been acknowledged by Euromoney for having won the 2016 Best Digital Bank in the world, and that really tells a lot more about what our journey has been in the last 6 years. It's really about digitally transforming the entire bank into something that really is very different from what we used to do in the past.
Now, becoming the world's best digital bank, as named by Euromoney, is no mean feat. What was that pivot point?
The most interesting part about that award and that citation was not the fact that we had the most number of apps or the best apps, was really about the pervasive embrace of digital across the group. So it wasn't just about, digitizing the front, it was really the middle, the back, and everybody walking the talk.
Now, it's been almost a year since you were named World's Best Digital Bank. What has that meant for the employees and customers of DBS?
It's a huge acknowledgement for us. It hasn't been an easy journey, right? Because we had to change mindset, we had to change the way we work, the way we think, the way we operate with our customers. It also changed the way we recruit, the way we train our people. It's not a mean feat, as you have pointed out. So it was really a great pat on the back, if you will, to know that it's not just us feeling good about ourselves, but the industry is recognizing our efforts. It also gave us, the booster that we needed to continue on the charge in improving what we are doing for our clients.
Now, a large part of this journey has been a focus on customer experience.
Yes.
Can you share with us a little bit of your view of the changing role of partners like Adobe and the role that they've played in helping enable that changing outcome?
The customers today, they are spoiled for choice. With the smartphone and everybody going into the mobile world, right? Face-to-face interactions are becoming less and less prevalent, which means that the customer experience and the customer journey mapping is so important, because I don't have the luxury of managing the interaction with the customers on a face-to-face basis. Hence, the ability for us to really understand the customer's behavior through the use of data is so important. So today we realize that we really need to understand at every second, right, what the customer is doing, their preferences. We must be able to analyze their past purchasing records to be able to predict what they are most likely going to do next. So partners like Adobe, partners who are able to offer us tools to synthesize, to analyze data, to allow us to push out contextual offers are becoming extremely important and extremely critical in our journey.
As a leader, you've planned for expectations, but looking back, there must be some things that you think have been unexpected or interesting in that journey.
Well, one thing comes to mind, when we rolled out DigiBank in India, we had traditional metrics in mind. When we did capacity planning, we capacitized it based on what we know of a brick and mortar expectation of any marketing campaign. And in the digital world, scaling up ramps up in digital speed, right? We were caught out by the huge response that came in as a result of some of the campaigns we ran, and we found ourselves in situations where we were under-capacitized. We were not prepared for the scaling to happen at that kind of a momentum. In the digital world, you cannot use traditional metrics. You cannot capacitize to the way you're used to capacitizing, and it's just a very different landscape that you're operating under. You also realize that the viral element, social media, right? It's so fast, and you have to be prepared for that. If there's one thing we were caught out a couple of times, I guess the good thing is people responded well to our campaigns. Yeah.
Pearlyn, thank you very much for sharing with us today.
Thank you for having me.